your roundups. Sincerely, every customer. Now, what would compel someone to write something so incendiary in a Reddit thread? I mean, I thought Reddit was a positive place, a place full of rainbows and unicorns, where we all cheered each other on. I'm kidding. Reddit is a nightmare. It's a place where everyone goes to unload every ounce of negativity they've built up throughout their entire day. And I love it. There, I said it. And this beautiful subreddit here called Fast Food is no exception. It just happens to be about the industry that I love. So why would someone say something like this? Well, it was attached to this picture, and it's titled "Signs in the Drive-Thru Window of My Local Burger King," and there's two signs here. So the first one says, "Asking for roundups is mandatory. Anyone not asking will be replaced with someone who will," signed, "The Boss." And if you don't know what a roundup is, it's when you go to pay for something at a store and the cashier's like, "Well, your total's $12.68. Would you like to round up to 13? Would you? And you say, "Why would I do that? I'm already paying way more than I should for this crappy hamburger. Why on earth would I give you more money?" And then they're like, "Well, the leftover change goes to help fight children's cancer." Well, do I even really have a choice now? Because if I say no, then I have to spend the rest of my day with this massive guilt, knowing that I chose not to help save kids from cancer. So of course I'm gonna round up. I don't want to, but I'm going to. But look at how aggressively this is written. The Boss? Who does this? Talk about a massive power trip. What a dirtbag. And then in the same window, as if that wasn't bad enough, there's another sign that says, "There is no sitting in back cash. Next time there is a pickle bucket and you are flagged on the cameras, you will be documented." Back cash refers to the cash register in the drive-thru area of a restaurant. It's literally where that person works doing drive-thru for the day. So they're saying, if we catch you sitting down during your shift, you will be written up. I'm sorry, is this a labor camp? These are human beings that, number one, you're not even paying enough so they can survive. And now you're saying they can't even sit down while they're working? Why? What does it matter? Like, are you gonna do a bad job if you're sitting down? What, are you gonna fall asleep? To me, this is mind-blowing. I don't know about you guys, but I would never wanna work in an environment that acted like this and treated their employees like this. Anyone who signs a note, "The Boss," is in fact not a boss. Can't imagine power tripping that hard as an assistant manager at a fast food place. I couldn't agree more. It's like I just said, nobody that signs something like that has any real power. They're just in it to feel like they have power. I'm sorry, but a person like this should not be in that position because clearly they have no social skills. They don't know how to properly manage people. Why in America do companies refuse to let cashiers sit at their post? You literally end up with someone more relaxed, friendly, and their mental state more sharp when handling money since they might not be dealing with pain. Effing weird. Now, I can speak to this because I live in Europe, and I would agree that here in Europe, things are more relaxed. Now, that doesn't always translate to fast service. Everyone's just a little bit more casual, but everyone's okay with that, and I would guess that employees are probably happier working in an environment where they don't feel stressed all the time. Dairy Queen better count their days. This large size of cheese curds costs $8. Now, at first looking at this picture, I can understand that it does look like a small portion, but I'm kind of split on this one. I'm actually with this guy. Be honest, sis, how many cheese curds do you really need? Probably not that many. I mean, cheese curds are very filling. Like, you don't need a whole giant tub of cheese curds. That's too many cheese curds for even an American. Good grief. We get thrown under the bus so often, guys. Us Americans, when it comes to food, we just get bashed like worldwide. And maybe there's some truth in it because I live in Europe. I see that American portion sizes are ridiculously huge. But I don't know, guys. $8 does seem like a lot for this portion of cheese curds. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way just to buy cheese curds as a meal. Maybe just like a small portion of cheese curds and something else with it. Bitch, please, that's a $5 packet of cheese curds at any supermarket. Add breading, salary for someone to cook it, rent for the store, etc. And there's no way you could make that amount of cheese curds for cheaper. And if you can, come over to my house and make some for $7 or shut the F up. I gotta agree with this. Stuff just costs a lot of money these days. The littlest things cost so much more than they used to. Even like 5 years ago. Maybe I'm just getting old, guys. I'm turning into a grumpy elder. Back in my day, them curds cost 75 cents. How much would that be at Culver's? Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like Culver's and DQ is a fair comparison. I think they're kind of in the same lane. And thank God we have somebody like some internet rando who took the time to actually compare dollars and cents between Culver's and DQ. And he said $6.19 at my location for a similar portion. Alternatively, normalizing by closest price match gets Culver's $8.19 for 1,480 calorie portion. DQ $8.79 for a 1,000 calorie portion. So according to this guy, you get a much better deal at Culver's. It's cheaper and there's more calories because that's what we need. And maybe it's just a snack, but then what's the appropriate size for a snack? Should a snack be based on total calories or just the physical size of it? Panera Bread to lay off hundreds as it ends fresh dough production nationwide. Now this is just sad. I actually respected Panera because of their thoughtful approach to making better quality food. And their homemade fresh bread was a big part of that. And now they're taking that away? Soup isn't made in-house, now the bread. Why not just put your frozen foods in stores and close up shop? They honestly might, because now I don't know what differentiates Panera from any other place like that. It's just a sandwich shop with pre-made crap. Now there's actually a video about this because it made the news, so let's watch it and see what it's all about. Panera Bread is set to lay off hundreds of employees as it phases out fresh dough production across the United States. The company plans to permanently shut down all remaining fresh dough facilities nationwide within the next 2 years. So to me, I mean, right off the bat, that says that they're not doing well. Either their bread sales specifically tanked, or just a restaurant as a whole has gone downhill. This includes a production plant in Brentwood, Missouri, which is set to close by September 12th, affecting 72 employees. That's another thing, guys. So now they're losing jobs. This move follows a reported 5.2 million drop in sales and aims to transition Panera away from baking bread from scratch in its cafes. Again, one of the signature attributes about Panera is now going away. But 5 million drop in sales, that's significant. Under its new on-demand bread production model, third-party contractors will prepare and partially bake dough according to Panera's recipes. This par-baked dough will then be frozen and shipped to cafes for final baking throughout the day, ensuring baked goods are more readily available for customers. Panera states affected employees will receive severance packages and outplacement services. Yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, I'm sure they will, but to what extent, who knows? And is it every employee, or is it just the managers? Is it the district managers? Pre-baking bread like that, pre-freezing items at like a centralized hub and then shipping it out to all your stores, that's nothing new. Even McDonald's does that. I like McDonald's, but I know what I'm getting. Like, I know that it's all pre-frozen. It's not made there. It's just shipped to the store. I get that. Panera was different because it was almost like a bakery, right? They fresh baked their bread goods. That was a big selling point. The company expects this transition to enable the opening of more stores and locations previously inaccessible due to fresh dough delivery limitations. I call BS on that. This strategic shift represents a significant change in Panera's operational model over the past year because they're not doing well. Yeah, that's an obvious one to me, guys. They're down 5 million in sales. That doesn't just happen overnight. That's a trend. And so they have to make operational adjustments. Also, consider the fact that they may be getting ready to sell their business. A lot of companies do this when they know that they're not going to continue in business for much longer. They'll totally gut everything just to save money. They'll get rid of all the stuff that costs extra money just so the shareholders and the investors get the most bang for the buck out of it, and then they'll just sell it. So I don't know if that's what's happening. At least the prices will go down now, right? Right? No, of course not. Prices don't go down, guys. You know that. It's only going to go up. So the bread that was once fresh baked is now probably going to be more expensive, and it's not even fresh anymore. Panera has honked ass for years, but the broccoli cheddar soup and a torn off chunk of bread will always hold a soft spot in my heart. Oh, I agree, guys. The bread is going to be stale now, so that soft spot in your heart will be less soft than before. BK mozzarella fries. What the heck is this? Damn. Yeah, this fella got shafted. I tried these mozzarella fries from Burger King today, and literally every single one was like this. No cheese whatsoever. Just an empty tube of fried batter. How is this possible? Unfortunately, my man, it is possible. Unlikely, but possible. And normally the reason that this would happen is that the oil that it would be deep fried in is not the correct temperature. So when you put it in there, keep in mind that the cheese inside these things is cold, sometimes frozen. And so if you put it into oil that's not hot enough, it's not gonna seal the outside around it. And so there's gonna be like holes, like on the ends of it. There's gonna be holes, and that cheese can sometimes, just fall right out of it. But normally this would happen to like maybe one or two of them. But if you got a whole batch like this, yeah, that's unfortunate. New product, mozzarella husks, targeting people with lactose intolerance. They are ass anyways. I don't know, I can't comment on this. I've never had these at Burger King. If you guys have had these mozzarella stick fried things at Burger King, leave a comment. Tell us, explain to us if they're good or if they're terrible, and if this thing has happened to you too. You got delight sticks, you sure did, buddy. But on the plus side, less calories. It's a metaphor of my life. Exciting and attractive on the outside, yet hollow and empty within. We've all been there, my man. Now this picture is gonna ruffle some feathers. Someone took this picture inside a KFC and it says, "We no longer issue refunds. If you are dissatisfied with your order, we will make it right for you." So you cannot get your money back. They'll make it again for you, but you ain't getting any money back. What if you're in a hurry? There's so many question marks to this, so many scenarios to where this wouldn't work, and it would cause a lot of angry customers. And what if you're in a drive-thru? This is the worst thing that could happen in a drive-thru, right? You wait in the line, maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 20 minutes sometimes. You finally get to the window, you order, you get the stuff. Most people don't check all of their items before they leave in their car. But then you're driving off, right? Maybe you're still in the parking lot and you realize, oh man, they forgot one thing or two things, or they gave me the wrong item. Then what do? Most people just leave because they don't want to deal with the line anymore. But now at this place, even if you parked your car, even if you went inside, even if you took the time to do this, went to the counter and said they screwed this up, you're not getting any money back. What if you're late for a job? You're going to wait another 10, 15 minutes for another order? No, I want my money back. Give me my freaking money back. I don't have time to wait for this. KFC in my area is really, really bad. Not the food, more than usual that is, the employees. It's like they F up every order on purpose as a game. Your correct order is on the attached receipt. Inside something is missing and something else is an item you didn't order or wasn't on the slip. And whatever extras you asked for, sauces, forks, etc., good luck. The photo above is basically giving employees permission to F around as much as they want with no repercussions. And for people who order delivery, are they going to remake the order and hand deliver it to you for free within the half an hour? Hell no. Great point. I didn't even think about that. If you order delivery, what are they going to do? The Wendy's near me is like that. You will get what they give you, not necessarily what you ordered. It's one of those inner city locations with a very, very small to-go only counter. No seating and a drive-thru. The 2 parking spaces for the counter are always full, so your alternative is waiting to go around through the drive-thru. I just skip it, not worth the aggravation. I'm with you, my man. I skip it. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna take the loss. Let me know in the comments what kind of person you are. Let me know if you just drive off and deal with it, or if you say, hell no, this ain't happening, not today. I'm going inside and I'm fixing this. Do you stop the car and go inside, or do you go through the drive-thru again? Let me know in the comments. KFC is just a money laundering front now. Never anyone in line, and food sucks so friggin' bad if you even get it. I feel bad. I used to love KFC, like in high school. This was a long time ago, but I used to love KFC. I think it tastes good. I've been considering asking for refunds, chargebacks on fast food and restaurants. I'm not gonna wait 15 minutes for someone to finally give an F and help me. Then trust they aren't going to spit on it. If you're charging me $30 for fast food for my wife and I, then it better be right and it better be high quality. I don't disagree. Fast food is not cheap anymore, guys. It's just a regular meal price. Done are the days, oh shit, they forgot my fry. Oh well. Nope. Give me my $4.50 back. Agreed. Second I see this sign, I'm out. Our food and service is so bad, customers being disappointed is starting to eat into our bottom line. That's what this picture really says. They're so tired of doing chargebacks. You guys know what a chargeback is? It's when they use a credit card and they want a refund. They have to charge it back to the card. Did you know there's a fee for that? It doesn't matter who you are. Now there's a range, right? Depending on how many you do and the size of your business and whatnot. But there's a fee, and it's anywhere from like $5 to $50 per chargeback. It's an insane fee. So on one hand, I understand why companies and restaurants don't want to do this, but hello, better service, better food. Just do it right the first time and you won't have these issues. We can no longer afford to do business at our current rate of effort. Maybe it's just a retraining thing, okay? I mean, I get accidents happen, mistakes are made, but if it's to the point where it's happening so often that you have to make like an operational change like this, something ain't right, guys. That sign just screams, shoot me behind the counter, please. Damn, now that's a little much. That's a little much, this comment's a little much, but I think the idea of the comment is appropriate. This is gonna cause outrage for the reasons that we've already talked about. And mainly if somebody's in the restaurant, they order, they wait the 10, 15 minutes, whatever it is, they get their food, it's wrong, but they're late for work. And they can't get their money back and they can't wait for new food. What are they gonna do? They're gonna scream at you. They're gonna lose it. I would, right? Like, you've just taken my money. You've stolen my money. Look at this. I'm getting fired up. I'm heated right now. Guys, I think I'm just gonna get my news from Reddit from now on. This is amazing. You know why? Because it's genuine. It's literally people venting about real issues with no sugarcoating. So if you want to see more of these Reddit videos, let me know in the comments and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.